Now with more on the conclave to pick the next pope and what happens next as the world awaits the famous white smoke to rise from that Vatican chimney. The papal conclave now officially underway. More than 100 cardinals entering the Sistine Chapel to start the process to elect the 267th pope. It's an enduring display we've seen throughout history.
It was early evening here when the primitive signal, white smoke for a new pope, curled from the small metal chimney high over St. Peter's Square.
The white smoke billowing out of the Vatican's Sistine Chapel, signifying the selection of a new pope, followed by a procession to the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica.
A calm, gentle Cardinal Bergoglio, now Pope Francis.
The selection, a result of a centuries-old process, the papal conclave, typically occurring 15 to 20 days after a pope's death. The church's cardinals gathering in a secluded area inside Vatican City, devoid of contact with the outside world. There, they will spend time in silence and prayer as they pore over contenders. 133 cardinals are currently eligible to vote for the new pope. They will consider many factors. When the time comes to vote, they'll head inside the Sistine Chapel, sitting in silence in 2 rows on either side, filling out ballots in Latin before going up in front of the altar to cast them. Once all the cardinals have voted, the ballots are counted, read aloud, and noted before being burned in an iron stove. Black smoke signals the vote did not secure a 2/3 majority. If that happens, the cardinals return to vote twice in the morning and twice in the evening until a new pope is confirmed alongside his new papal name. The ballots from the final round producing that iconic white smoke. And that's what everybody's waiting to see. Our chief international correspondent James Longman is at the Vatican with more on what to expect as the conclave meets in secret. James, already been a dramatic week and some remarkable images today.
Yeah, it was beautiful, Whit, wasn't it? I mean, and yes, these men are meeting now in the Sistine Chapel to vote, but they're kind of bartering, the conversation, the jockeying, all that has kind of already happened. We've had these 2 weeks of these congregations which have been taking place in the Vatican, where all the cardinals, not just those under 80 who are eligible to vote, but those over 82, have been in conversation about the issues that are facing the church. And we had one extraordinary moment reported in the press here, which was where one of the allies of one of the front runners, who is Papal, the diplomat considered the out-and-out front-runner by, if you look at the Italian press and the bookies, his ally got up and, shockingly for many there, criticized Pope Francis, which no one saw coming, which people kind of felt, well, is that appropriate really for these moments of reflection and conversation about the future of the church? So for some people, that might have ruined Parolin's chances going into conclave. So that's just a hint on the kinds of conversations that have been taking place so far in congregations. But now it's conclave, and that's where the voting really matters.
Yeah, and every word, every action is being scrutinized. And James, another fascinating element to this is despite the changes that social media has played, this ancient process is so important to the Catholic Church and has been unchanged for centuries.
Yeah, it's just extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, we were watching these amazing images today, one after one, the cardinals coming forward, giving their oath in Latin, surrounded by the beauty, the majesty of all that the Catholic Church is and represents to so many people. I was struck actually watching it of the contrast, though, of all of that beauty and what Francis represented, who really the opposite of all of that. He wanted to take all that wealth and send it out into the world. He said he wanted a poor church. And so I think that contrast is going to be on the minds of these men as they sit surrounded by Michelangelo's frescoes and they decide the future of the church.
And all the rest of us can do is just wait and watch. James Longman, as always, thank you so much. We appreciate it.